In 1961, Jackie Gleason, a legendary figure in television and comedy, launched what would go down in history as one of the worst TV shows ever. But behind this spectacular flop lies a story filled with contradictions and revelations about the man himself. Ralph Kramden, his iconic character from the Honeymooners, captured the hearts of audiences with his dreams and aspirations, yet faced immense personal struggles. Gleason's life was not just about his on-screen success. It was also marked by a turbulent past and many challenges. From a difficult childhood plagued by abandonment and loss, to a tumultuous personal life filled with turbulent relationships and battles with addiction, his journey was anything but easy. The show, which was meant to be a win, quickly turned into a catastrophic experience, earning negative reviews from critics and audiences alike. Gleason's decision to end the series after just 39 episodes, citing a lack of fresh ideas, shocked fans. However, the reality behind the scenes revealed a chaotic existence filled with struggles that many were unaware of. This powerful introduction into the complexities of Jackie Gleason sets the stage for a deeper exploration into his comedic genius, shadowed by the demons that ultimately shaped and defined him. It challenges us to think beyond the laughter and delve into the life of a man who, despite his failures and missteps, still left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Jackie Gleason's turbulent early life. Jackie Gleason, born Herbert Walton Gleason Jr. on February 26, 1916, in Brooklyn, New York, experienced a childhood filled with hardship. His father, Herbert Sr., and his mother, Maisie Gleason, were Irish immigrants struggling to make a living in America. Gleason's early life took a tragic turn when, at just 9 years old, his father abandoned the family, burning all photographs he was part of, including those of Jackie, leaving them with no explanation or warning, just gone. Gleason never saw his father again, which left a lasting impact on him. The family faced more tragedy when Jackie lost his older brother, Clement, to spinal meningitis when he was only 3. This event shattered the family dynamic, forcing his mother to become overly protective, terrified of losing another child. As a result, Jackie spent much of his youth isolated, unable to participate in the carefree activities typical of childhood. His loneliness shaped his early years, causing him to seek escape in the streets of Brooklyn, where he learned to hustle and skip school. Jackie's life took a slight turn during his teenage years. He stumbled into a school play, igniting his passion for performance and revealing a path that could lead him away from his troubled past. For the first time, he felt something bigger than the loneliness that had defined his early life. This early turbulence established the foundation for Jackie Gleason's complex personality, blending brilliance with deep personal struggles. While these experiences were painful, they ultimately fueled his desire to succeed in the world of entertainment, a world that would embrace his larger-than-life persona. From struggle to stage breakthrough, Jackie's early attempts at comedy were rough, and his first night on stage was not what he had hoped for. Bombed at his debut nightclub gig, he initially relied on scripted jokes, which failed to captivate the audience. Discouraged, he knew he had to change his approach, and instead of sticking to a written script, he began interacting with his audience live, prompting laughter and engagement. This shift towards a more spontaneous style allowed him to connect genuinely with those watching. His insult humor became a hallmark, captivating crowds quickly. They loved his ability to react on the spot, turning heckles into humorous retorts. Soon, his fresh and spirited performances earned him a $250 a week contract with Warner Brothers, a significant amount at the time, and led to small film roles. Yet, Hollywood struggled to find a place for his unique style. It wasn't until live television that he truly thrived, gaining fame as a regular on Cavalcade of Stars, where audiences were drawn to his vibrant personality and commanding presence. This paved the way for the launch of The Jackie Gleason Show, where his energy and unique comedic perspective turned into a celebrated format. Gleason not only captivated audiences with his comedy, but he also learned the intricate dynamics of show business, helping him navigate his burgeoning career. His evolution from a struggling comedian to a household name was remarkable, showcasing his resilience and determination. It was during these formative years that Jackie Gleason crafted a persona, shaping the trajectory of American television and comedy. The rise and fall of the Honeymooners. The Honeymooners, initially a sketch on Cavalcade of Stars, quickly became a cultural phenomenon when it premiered as a standalone sitcom on CBS in October 1955. Starring Jackie Gleason as Ralph Kramden, a bus driver with big dreams, and Audrey Meadows as a sharp-witted wife, Alice, the show captured the essence of working-class life in 1950s America. With its relatable characters and hilarious, often poignant storylines, it resonated deeply with audiences. However, despite its initial success, the series faced intense competition and creative fatigue. By September 1956, the Honeymooners had plummeted in the ratings, falling from a #1 spot to a shocking 19th place. Gleason, determined to end the show on a high note, made the controversial decision to cancel it after just one season. He believed they had exhausted all fresh ideas, refusing to risk producing weak episodes. Surprisingly, this abrupt end did not diminish its impact. The classic 39 episodes have been immortalized, earning iconic status through countless reruns and influencing future sitcoms with their groundbreaking depiction of marriage and friendship. Ralph and Alice's dynamic opened the door for subsequent shows like All in the Family and Roseanne, which continue to explore the complexities of domestic life. Ultimately, while the Honeymooners may have had a brief run, its legacy remains strong. Gleason's performance, filled with charm and humor, established him as a comedy icon, ensuring that the show would live on in the hearts of many for decades to come. The rise and fall of the Honeymooners serve as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of success in television history. Behind-the-scenes chaos and personal battles. While the Honeymooners on screen seemed flawless, the reality was far messier. Jackie Gleason's refusal to rehearse meant he frequently forgot lines, forcing co-stars like Audrey Meadows to improvise silently. His drinking worsened, sometimes arriving on set intoxicated, causing chaos during filming. This unpredictability made working with him challenging. As he was the star, the crew had to adapt quickly. His personal life mirrored this turbulence. Wild parties and lavish spending contributed to his chaotic lifestyle. Overall, these aspects made the production of The Honeymooners a constant balancing act. Gleason's off-screen struggles with substance abuse and self-discipline were troubling. He was known to indulge heavily in alcohol, often mixing whiskey into his coffee. His behavior drew concern, yet he remained a beloved figure. Beneath the laughter, his battles showcased a different side of the comedian, one that revealed vulnerability and the complexities of fame he faced. Additional challenges in his personal relationships, juggling multiple marriages, each marred by infidelity and emotional strife. Despite these turbulent undercurrents, Gleason continued to shine in his sitcom, navigating through the storm of his life, leaving both a legacy of groundbreaking television and a cautionary tale about the cost of stardom. Ultimately, this chaos shaped not only Gleason, but the very fabric of television history. The shocking failure of You're in the Picture. In 1961, Jackie Gleason attempted to reinvent his television career with a game show titled You're in the Picture. It aired on January 20th, the same night as John F. Kennedy's inauguration, which many deemed a risky move. The concept was unusual and frankly bizarre. For celebrity panelists stuck their heads through oversized cutouts showing famous scenes and had to guess what they were by asking Jackie Gleason yes or no questions. However, the show quickly became a disaster. The game lacked real stakes, the questions were uninspired, and unfortunately, the audience had no reason to care. Critics slammed the show and labeled it a complete bomb. Time magazine even called You're in the Picture the worst television show in the 13-year history of U.S. network television. Jackie himself realized this when a stagehand commented, "The commercials were great," after the first episode. Viewers did not connect with the format, and by the end of the week, the backlash was so severe that Gleason made a surprising decision. Instead of attempting to salvage the show or introduce improvements, he completely scrapped it. The following episode turned into a live apology, where he candidly discussed the show's failure on a bare stage with no gimmicks or panelists. This honesty resonated with the audience, transforming his blunder into something entertaining. The apology became more celebrated than the failed show itself, demonstrating Gleason's charisma, sense of humor, and, ultimately, his ability to turn a public failure into a moment of redemption. Gleason's musical innovation. In 1952, Jackie Gleason stunned the entertainment world by releasing an album titled Music for Lovers Only, which transformed the music industry. This album was noteworthy for its soft, romantic sound, contrasted with the loud, flashy music of the time. Gleason aimed to create an auditory atmosphere, one that blended lush orchestration with jazz influences, resulting in what he called musical wallpaper. Essentially, it was music meant to complement an intimate setting, rather than demand attention. The album spent an astounding 153 weeks in the Billboard Top 10, a record that stands today. Although Gleason was not a traditional musician, he possessed an exceptional ear for sound, showing a unique ability to recognize what resonated with listeners. His fascination with background music in films, particularly how it heightened emotional scenes, inspired his approach. He partnered with talented arrangers and musicians. Despite not composing the music himself, Gleason provided vivid direction, sometimes even humming melodies. This collaborative effort produced rich, evocative arrangements. The success of Music for Lovers only opened the door to a series of follow-up albums like Music Martinis and Memories and Lonesome Echo. Each of these albums, which sold over 1 million copies each, showcased Gleason's talent for setting a mood. His collaborations with musicians like jazz trumpeter Bobby Hackett created a signature sound that was both soothing and romantic. Gleason's innovative blending of different musical styles, plus his approach to creating atmospheric music, firmly established him as a pioneering figure in the genre, paving the way for future artists who wish to explore the emotional landscape of music. Iconic film roles and lasting legacy. Jackie Gleason's film career showcased his incredible range, but his iconic roles are what solidified his legacy in Hollywood. One of his most memorable performances came in The Hustler, released in 1961. In this film, he portrayed Minnesota Fats, a pool hall legend who rarely needed words to convey his skill. Gleason's performance was nothing short of magnetic, as he meticulously studied the game, perfecting his billiard skills. His movements were so convincing, they led audiences to believe he was an experienced pool player. In fact, critics praised his portrayal, earning him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. This role showcased his ability to blend humor with an underlying depth, something Gleason mastered throughout his career. Another landmark role for Gleason was Sheriff Buford T. Justice in the Smokey and the Bandit series. Portrayed with a humorous bravado, Gleason's character was a loud, overconfident lawman, frequently improvising lines that became instant classics. These films boasted remarkable box office success, with Smokey and the Bandit grossing over $127 million against a modest budget of only $4.3 million. This success cemented Gleason's place as a beloved comedic actor and demonstrated his influence in shaping the genre of comedy in film. Even decades later, his characters, remembered for their originality and charm, continue to resonate with audiences. Gleason's work in both television and film established a lasting legacy that influenced countless performers, ensuring that his contributions to entertainment will never be forgotten. In summary, Jackie Gleason was a larger-than-life figure who shaped the entertainment industry with his groundbreaking work on television and film. His ability to connect with audiences through humor, crafted characters, and relatable storylines made him a beloved icon. However, behind the laughter lay a tumultuous personal life filled with struggles, excesses, and heartache. From his turbulent childhood, where he faced loss and hardship, to his rise to stardom, Gleason's life was a roller coaster, full of ups and downs. His show, The Honeymooners, though short-lived, left an indelible mark on television history, influencing countless shows that followed. Gleason's journey was marked not only by his comedic genius, but also by his willingness to confront his failures, most notably highlighted in his candid on-air apology following the disastrous game show. This humility helped him regain the audience's affection, showcasing the strength of his character. As we reflect on Gleason's legacy, it is clear that his impact transcends generations. He demonstrated that success isn't just about fame and fortune. It is also about vulnerability, authenticity, and a knack for making people feel seen and understood. Gleason's life reminds us that behind every icon, there are real human experiences, full of joy and pain, triumphs and setbacks, that shape the person we come to admire. Ultimately, Jackie Gleason's story is one of resilience, reminding us that laughter is often the best way to navigate the complexities of life.